Hello, good morning. It's Wednesday, the 3rd of July, 2019. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from the Chapel Hill Marina here in Lincolnshire, boys and girls. I just want to start with a poster. You know how people put like posters on the Facebook of various different things? And I've had to change one of the words. Obviously, on this very clean living programme where you never hear any rudeness or swearing or anything like that. I've had to remove this very, very bad word. But you can imagine what it is. And the poster that someone put up this morning was a lot of us fell in love with someone that we should have only once and then murdered. That had me in stitches this morning. So feel free to put that up on your walls this morning. A lot of us fell in love with someone that we should have only once and then murdered. Have a think about that one. Good morning to you, boys and girls. Hope you're well. It looks like it's a beautiful day out there, I must say. Don't forget, we're giving things away now. Well, not things, one thing. We are giving away a certificate, boys and girls, a certificate each month for the person who manages to get the most first messages in a month. Okay? So we started yesterday. We missed the 1st of July. So we started yesterday, and yesterday the first message came in from Mark Jones. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're on Facebook or YouTube or anything like that, because I have all the messages come into one thing on my screen in front of me. So whoever gets that first message in, the one who does it the most times will get a certificate signed by me, boys and girls. My actual Oh, hang on a minute. That might not be a good idea. We might have those people that do identity theft. Oh yes, you could be at one of my karaoke nights or something like that, you know, and then dip your hand into my bag, steal my checkbook, and then, you know, purposely win or try and win the certificate with my signature on, and then copy it out. Yes, and then how would you say? Then identify theft me. Then identify. Then steal my identity. You could do that, so perhaps that's not a good idea. No, I'll sign it. I'll sign as a signed certificate from me for being the person who gets the first message in most times in 1 month. There you go. We're giving that away, and today's winner is Will Peters. So one for you, Will, and one for Mark Jones at the moment. I shall keep you fully informed each morning, boys and girls, of who is in the lead at the moment. At the moment, it's just 2 people in there, Mark Jones and Will Peters, with 1 each. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. Make sure you have that little notifications thing clicked on so that you know when there's a show on, so you can immediately rush a message through. Rush it through as quickly as possible, because whoever's at the top of the list will go on my list to receive a certificate. All right, boys and girls, that's just a little bit of fun we're doing. Will Peters was the first one in this morning, so good morning to you, Will. Good morning to Mark Jones. Just second today, Mark. Not quite did it this morning. Hello to Tim Partington. Good morning. Michael Lawrence, Diane Jebb, Christopher Ireland. Good morning, Christopher. Mike Rees-Ponto, Alan Carruthers, who loves the karaoke streams, don't you, Alan? He's always there watching our amazing people, amazing characters that come along to the karaoke all the time. Good morning, Alan. And Roy Brownlow in the house. Morning, Roy. Are we going to be interrupting? Yeah, we got cut off yesterday. It's just one of those things, you know. There's nothing you can do about it. That would be the 4G that cuts out. It's certainly not the computer anymore, because we changed that. It's the 4G that cut out yesterday, which happens sometimes. When a while ago now, it's quite some time ago now, years ago now, I used to get really upset with, not crying, angry. I used to get really angry with technical things that didn't work. Nowadays, I walk away. I just walk away. I'll try it again, you know. I'll try it, you know, a second time, and then if that's okay, fine. If that's still not okay, I walk away. Because sometimes you just have to give things a bit of time to sort themselves out. Certainly, I've worked this out with the internet and 4G and things like that. You know, sometimes there's nothing you can do. If it stops working, don't try and fix it, because you're not going to be able to. It's out of your hands. So literally, I walk away now, and I'm much happier. Oh, I used to be terrible with technological things. You remember computers when we all first got computers? and you'd be sitting there struggling into the wee small hours of the night. A Scottish expression, incidentally. We like to welcome the Scottish people as well. We are completely bisexual on this programme, boys and girls. We welcome people from all walks of life. We do, dear. Yes, this is a MWGSBSWQXI programme. Yeah. Well, I thought I'd make my own letters up. Everyone else seems to be doing the same thing, didn't they? That's what we are an MWBWGSQXII programme. We are. And you are BWMIQX people. Oh, our people like to separate themselves, don't we? So hopefully interruption free today. Fingers crossed. Sometimes we get cut off. It's just one of those things. If we get cut off, try one of the other platforms first before you give up, okay? Don't forget we're on Facebook, facebook.com/Chris Reardon UK, youtube.com, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK, and on Periscope. All the same, Chris Reardon UK is my usernames on those. All right? Tim loves the film we put on Just As You Start. Yeah, the whole idea of that film is that we can join, if you see what I mean, rather than just starting and then talking to myself for 10 minutes while people realise there's something happening. That's the whole idea of having that 5-minute film. And you're quite right, reminds me of one of the old opening titles of Good Morning Britain. You'll find a lot of those on the YouTube, Tim. Each country had its own opening film. I'm going back here sometime before TV-AM. So you had up here, Yorkshire up here. There was Border, Anglia, TVS, Southern, Thames, of course, London Weekend, and they all had their own opening film. If you go on YouTube, you can find a lot of those, and it's quite pleasant to watch. It'll take you back some years. Just type in, for example, Thames opening, or something like that, or Thames startup, or London Weekend startup, you know, or HTV opening, something like that, or startup. Startup's usually the good one. HTV startup, and you can find the various different films from all the different parts of the country, and they've got some lovely little bits of music on there. Really nice. All right. Hello to Peter Lake, who says, what a glamour. He's on YouTube. What a glamorous morning. You are so right. Love Island is so boring. I do not watch it myself. Any programme I do like watching is United Kingdom Talk. You were saying the right words there, Peter. Absolutely. Put it this way, you know, if I could be where you are now, Peter, at this time of the morning and watch myself, I would do. I absolutely would do. And you're mentioning the Love Island thing there. I've started doing these videos. You've probably seen them already. Things to do that are more interesting than watching Love Island. And you're liking them. I'm so glad you're liking them. It makes a huge thing to me that I do something and someone else likes it. And people are liking it. So I'm so pleased that you're seeing those. Okay? All right? There's a new one. I hope to be able to do a new one, sometimes two, a new one or two each day. And I'd appreciate if you copy them and paste them onto your own walls so that other people can see them as well. All right? I just like the fact that I've done something and people like them. They're only about 20 seconds, 30 seconds long, something like that. Today's one is done. I've already done it, and I'll be uploading that probably around about 11 o'clock, something like that. Okay, I'll try and do the same time each day, then you know when it's going to be there. And it goes up, they do actually go up on YouTube first. I don't have a YouTube name. It's just like a string of letters and numbers, as I told you yesterday. They do go up on YouTube, my YouTube channel, it's called Things. I can't remember what it's called now. Even things more interesting to do than watch Love Island, something like that. But there's no title. The same with the religious hymns and music one. There isn't a title. It's just a string of letters and numbers. So I'm not exactly quite sure how to tell you how to find the YouTube channel, other than put it directly in the message thing. I mean, I could put it there now if you want me to. And they go up on there first. Literally, as soon as they're done, I put them up on YouTube, okay? And then later on, they go up on the Instagram and the Facebook as well. But for some reason, when you put them on YouTube, not many people watch them. It's odd, really. you put them on Facebook and lots of people watch them, but not on YouTube. I'll post a link now onto the Facebook, if I can remember how to do that. I can do that. All right, 1 second. There it is, that one there. 1 minute. I'll be with you in a second, so that you know exactly where it is, and then we can carry on reading messages and things. There we are. That's that there, and I think you'll only see this link appear on the Facebook thing, okay? Because I don't know how to do it onto the other thing. Or maybe I can I? I don't know. Yeah, I think I can actually. Okay, I'll put it on the Facebook thing within your messages. So, okay, it should be roughly after Michael Lawrence's message, I hope. There we are. All right, that's the YouTube channel. Keep an eye on that. Maybe subscribe to it, and then whenever the new video comes up, it will be there first before it goes anywhere else by probably a couple of hours. Now, I might be able to post this on the. Let's try. Let's see what happens here with this. Let's see what happens with that. You may be able to see this as well now. Let's try that on the YouTube messaging system as well. I think you probably will. Oh, and on the Twitch one as well. So you should be able to see it on there. All right, my darlings. But as I say, I can't give it a title. You can't have a title until you get like 1,000 subscribers, and there's 2 at the moment. It's just how it is. All right, my darlings. Good morning, Heidi. Morning to Heidi. Yes, indeed. Heidi was the one that came up with the idea. The intro video we did before was just basically a blank screen saying United Kingdom Talk starts at whatever time, and there was nothing else. And Heidi mentioned that it was quite boring, so that's why I made a film. I started making little films. There's been a few over the years now. That's the one we do at the moment, and I try and do one sort of a new one now and again to keep it a bit fresh. All right. Morning to Mr. Ray Reynolds. Good morning, Ray. Heidi Hi Campers. Second sitting breakfast has just finished in the Walker's Crisp dining room. The Donkey Derby is on at 3 o'clock in the big field. He's talking holiday camp stuff there. Holiday camp stuff, aren't you? Morning, Ray. And Mike suggested some music that we use as well. Morning to Adam the Plumber. Hello to you. Paul and Lou in the house. Good morning, Paul and Lou, who've missed the certificates this morning. Again. I don't think you're ever going to get up there as a first message, Paul and Lou. You just get up too late. You get up far, far too late. Good morning to Keith George, who lives in Tenerife, not Lanzarote. Who said you lives in Lanzarote? Oh, of course I did. Yes, I did, didn't I? I was talking to, what's his name? The little bloke. Oh, God. Yeah, who was going to Lanzarote. And I said, oh, you'll be able to see Keith George. I know you don't. Yeah, I can never remember where you live, Keith. There's something about the word that Tenerife that just is not memorable. I never remember the fact that you live there for some reason. Good morning, Keith. Scrolling down there. 1 moment, please. Adam's everywhere this morning, aren't you? There we are. But Roy says, tight sod, at least give a gift. No! Certificate's enough. Why do you need gifts? You got loads of money, Roy. Anyway, go out and buy your own bleeding gift. Go and get yourself a nice gold ring or something like that. That'd be nice for you. Put that on your finger, all right? Morning to Mark Cording. The football was better than Love Island yesterday. Oh, I'm not a football fan. Is it women's football at the moment? That's good, isn't it? I'm glad to see that's doing so well. Probably part of the reason is that you don't have to pay for it. It's free, isn't it, on the BBC or something? They were saying, I was listening to Julia Hartley-Brewer. That's who I wake up with in the morning. No, not literally. Her radio. She comes on in the caravan, and I listen. I like her, Julia Hartley-Brewer, on Talk Radio every morning. And she was saying the viewing figures are quite high simply because you don't have to pay for it. You know, since football went over to subscription on Sky and all that, I think she was saying that not so many people watch it. You know, I wouldn't pay for football. It's outrageous what the money in football is absolutely outrageous, isn't it? Morning to Gary Butler. There's my nephew Gary. I popped round his house last night. They've been living at the hospice with Olivia, who's she's not kind of going up or not going down at the moment. Olivia is my very pretty little one of my great nieces, and she spends a lot of time in the hospice. She's got various things wrong with her, but they've taken a kind of a break from the hospice at the moment, so he's back at his house. I think they're very pleased to be at their house. And I was playing with my great nephew Harry and great niece Evie, and Olivia were there last night as well. We were mucking around with those last night. Harry wouldn't go to bed last night. Oh, they don't have to play up when they go to bed, children, don't they? Moaning and moaning and moaning. Oh dear. John Aitken, good morning. Who's got a form to do jury service next month? Have you ever done it? Yeah, oh, it's great fun, John. I was the spokesperson. And do you find the man guilty or not guilty? Guilty! Or you could sing it, John. As you're gay, it is acceptable to sing, are you guilty or unguilty? Then you stand up and say, guilty of love in the first degree. Ba, 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 ba. That is acceptable because you're gay. You're allowed to sing at any time, day or night, wherever the situation is. Only gay people can do that. Because we are special people. Yeah, jury service, great. I can't remember. It's a very, very, very long time ago, 25 years ago. But you'd go into this court place, you'd sign in, and then you'd sit there, literally in this big room, helping yourself to tea and biscuits. I think it was all free. Tea and biscuits and sandwiches come round as well at some point. Or they did in those days. They might have cut back on that now. You know how tight some people are. Talking of tight, I've got a sandwich story coming up in a moment from New Zealand, all right? People would then call you. A bloke would come out or a woman would come out and he'd have a little thing. Okay, John Aitken, please. And then you stand up and then you go into the court and then you'd sit there and listen. And then you go into a little room and discuss it with the other people. Okay? You'd come to a decision and then you go back in and tell them. That's it. The funny thing is, so that happened for me. I think we did 2 cases. I only did 2 cases, and I was selected as the spokesperson by the other members of the parliament. Oh yes, Chris Wren selected. And when you get up, and obviously, you know, the case is explained and people are shouting at each other and this, that and the other. And then you go and decide. And then when you've decided, then you stand there and you say guilty or not guilty. Then, after that, not before, after that, then they read out this long list of things that he'd done in the past and already been nicked for him. So there we are, we made the right decision there, and then you quickly leave through the back door before you get stabbed on the way out or something like that. No, you don't actually leave out the same door as the criminals, because they are criminals. They are criminals. So I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Look, Keith has done it as well. Keith George loved jury service. If Keith George is on your jury and you're a criminal, you know, you might as well give up now, mate. He will find everyone guilty and that's it. Mark's done it. Look, they've all done jury service, haven't they? That's a good thing to do. I enjoyed it. You will get, I think, a bit of money as well. Just a little bit travelling expenses or something like that. You know, I think that's how it works. Tim, tennis joke. Why do tennis players always hug at the start of a game? Because every game starts love all. We love everyone here. I can feel the love now. I love everyone here. Good morning, Thomas, over there on Vaughan Live. A very good morning to you, Thomas. Hello there. Oh, it's in Blackfriars. Oh, that's difficult to get to, isn't it, for you? Is that a hard journey, going to Blackfriars for the jury service? Sounds a bit, really. Good morning, Michael Lawrence, who's liking the short videos. Hi to JP, John Parrish in the house. Let's just scroll down a little bit here. Good morning, Joanna. Hello, Joanna. All right. Mark, has anyone been watching the Drag SOS on Channel 4? No, don't even know about that. What's that about then? Is that a drag show? Or what is it, like a amateur drag or something like that? There's a few drag queens I know profess to being professional. I don't think so. Good morning to James Dean. Good morning, James. Runs a charity. Let's have a look here. No, Tim's been... No, I haven't heard of Drag SOS. Why haven't I known about that then? No one mentioned that before. Oh. I didn't know that. Didn't know that at all. Okay. Let's just scroll down. Good morning, Joanna. Only you would find a song to sing. Paul and Lou saw Bananarama at Glastonbury. Couldn't believe how many gays were at the front. I know, you can't get rid of them, dear. It's just like the Eurovision Song Contest. Is Glastonbury? No, Glastonbury is like a very poor relative as the Eurovision Song Contest. I mean, you wouldn't catch gays sleeping in those nasty little tents and using those toilets. Those disgusting toilets. If Glastonbury had become an all-gay event, let me tell you, after it had finished, there'd be no rubbish left on the floor, just a bit of hair lacquer. That's all there'd be, wouldn't it, boys? You might find a few little bits of makeup on the floor. There wouldn't be all that rubbish. We would clean up afterwards, dear. Clean up afterwards. Absolutely. Shocking, the mess there. But no, where's the sparkle at Glastonbury? It's just an old stage with a few video screens put behind them. Very badly operated sound. I don't know who was working the sound. Could barely hear poor old Kylie Minogue. I wish she'd stand up when she's on the stage. She looks so small. She must be walking around on her knees, Kylie Minogue, all the time. I can't think why that would be. You know what I mean? There we are. You're talking about the jury service. Oh, £32 for 4 hours, plus lunch and travel expenses. So that's what you get, okay? All right. The jury selection process here, sit, wait, all day. That's what happens here. That's exactly what happens here. Thomas has done it. He hated it. Oh, I enjoyed it. I did quite enjoy it, all right. Good. Drag queens travel the country and try and get the public to dress up as drags. No, I've never seen it. Don't know anything about that one. All right. I cleaned my windows yesterday. First time ever in the caravan I've cleaned the windows, boys and girls. I'm very pleased with myself. I did. I've got the big sponge, the bucket of soapy water, and the is it called a squeegee? You know, that rubber thing like that, and you do like that. It's not perfect. It's nowhere near as good as my excellent window cleaner who visits the house, Mark, who actually hasn't done it for months now. When he goes around, you see, I'm rarely at the house now. That's the thing. So I'm never in. He's probably knocked a few times now, and I've not been there. But he's very good at it. And these blokes come along, and they can do the whole house in like 10 minutes, can't they? You or me, we're up standing on a little pedestal table chair plastic thing. I've got this plastic thing with 4 legs. I don't know, I think it's a step. So I stand on that and I'm up there, and as you're doing that, and of course all the water runs down your arm, doesn't it? Oh, it's horrible. I hate doing it. I haven't found anyone that does caravan. There must be someone on the site who does the caravan windows. Actually, that could be a business. Maybe JP, if you buy the caravan on here, you could set that up as a business, couldn't you, eh? Eh? Cleaning people's caravan windows. What would we charge for that? 20 quid? No, probably not up here. Probably more 10 quid up here. 10 quid for clean someone's caravan windows. Water down the arm and then that thing. Although I do get lines, and then I get a cloth and I just go over it with that. I've got a big roll of like J-cloth things from Audi. Great big roll of them for a couple of quid. And I've done it all like that. And then I was hanging them over to dry them off, to use them again. And I thought, I'll just get a load of new ones. They're so cheap, just to get rid of the marks. I mean, as I say, they're not perfect, but they're all right. Just a little tip for you here. If you use fly spray, don't spray it on windows. Oh, God blimey, no. The trouble I had getting that off. Because you get flies up. You've only got to open the door here and the flies are in, dear. They're straight in. Whether it's the smell of me that's attracting them or not, I don't know. But very worrying, really. Good. Do you enjoy really sitting and waiting, says Thomas. What, at the courthouse? No, not really. No, but once you get in to do a case, if it's interesting, then I found it quite good. I quite enjoyed the jury service, but I've never been called a second time. Okay. Right. One of the country's most famous drag collectives, the Family Gorgeous. Never heard of them. Who are these people? Travel around the United Kingdom on a mission to help transform unlikely participants, including a student and a single mum, into more confident and colourful versions of themselves. Cheddar Gorgeous, Anaphylactic, Liquish Black, Teat Bag and Lil Showcase are the power of drag and its ability to encourage people to embrace their self-confidence and the more glamorous side to life. The series is narrated by Hugh Bonneville. Cast Hugh Bonneville. Hugh Bonneville. Was he the one in Downton Abbey? Is that the bloke in Downton Abbey? I liked it. There's going to be a film, isn't there? A Downton Abbey film coming out in autumn. I'm very, very much looking forward to that. Am I going to Pride? No, I won't be going to Pride, Michael. It's not my thing. All those people running around, shouting and screaming. No, too many people in one place. I'm not really. I don't like big crowds. Not really. I don't like big crowds, and then someone will come and talk to you, and you can't hear them because of all the noise. You know, it's a bit like being at the karaoke. People come to the front of the stage and they